So what they're doing? Yesterday I talked about the layers of torment. Bring up something they tormented, toward, and then try to add another layer of torment. But the sad thing when I look back at what they try to torment me on is just how pathetic it is. I remember going to the grocery store before I moved to this place I'm in currently, and I was like at the grocery, and I turn around by the produce and I see a kid who's maybe 6 years old, right? Just standing, like, obviously somebody told that kid to stand there and do not move. It's like she was just like standing by herself, nobody around, just like looking at like produce. I'm like, okay. So you understand that she was told, stand there, and then they were orchestrating for me to, like, somehow when I'm buying and I will see her. When I'm buying produce or I'm grocery shopping, I will see her just standing there, awkwardly just standing. Now, on its own, you understand that these people position this kid there, who literally look like she's positioned. Poor kid, they tell her, go stand over there. Okay, just stand there. Either her mother or something who's involved in this program. And so as I'm looking at her, boom, this disturbing stimulations is pushed, is implanted in me. Like, I feel disgusting stimulation, sexual stimulation, which is obviously what they do. They're not there, it's like, oh, let's watch how he's going to react. That's not what they do. Let's make him react a certain way. And they're going to make me react in a sexual, disturbing ways to torment me. Now, you understand how obvious this is what they do. That they will have a little girl just stand over there, so when this guy looks at him, we can do something to him. When this guy looks at her, they will do something to me in my reactions regarding of stimulating me. They're not here they're not trying to see, oh, let's see how is he going to react. Oh, this is not that. It's how can we make him react. It was so obvious that this girl was just put there. And can you imagine just a 6-year-old just standing somewhere just by the produce, just like staring straight in front. And now the reaction is what I experienced at the time. Now what they try to say, oh, you looked at her up and down. It's like, you delusional trash. It's like you just see something and just, I'm like, oh, disgusting. And they're like, no, you're just checking her. It's like, you delusional like, and they add this like layers of like perceptions where, no, you're looking up and down. It's like, you are delusional. Like, you know how you look at a woman up and down? That's what they're trying to say. When in reality, immediately when I saw this kid, I'm like, I got this disturbing stimulation. And now they try to be like, but is it possible that your eyes just went down? I was like, well, okay. You understand what they're trying to do. These people then try to talk about I'm going to be castrated and tortured. All of that just try to box in this illogicalness. Because in the first place, they stimulated me in real time. Toward this kid that was told to stand there, just stand there, looking like she's looking at produce. This 6-year-old. Just there. Nobody around her. For me to look at her, and they're going to do the pedophilia type of torture. Now, to box in this already nastiness that they make kids do these things so they can create and force these reactions onto people. You understand how disturbing that is, right? They're like, oh, they're gonna rape you. To box in the nastiness that they're part of a program where they will tell a kid, they direct the kid, go stand over there because this guy is gonna look at you, and then when he looks at you, we're gonna do the nasty pedophilia things. And she was standing in a place where I was going to see her. And when I was going to see her, they're going to do the pedophilia type of torture. Can you imagine some kid just randomly, the produce standing there? And I'm like, whoa. And they were giving me this disgusting stimulation. And now they try to make me think, oh, see, you look at, now adding their things to what actually happened. And these people then try to make me think, first of all, it's nasty enough. At least if they would have just made it seem like she was just randomly walking and it was not like orchestrated in that way, and then I get this reaction. This makes it even look more obvious that these people are forcing people to get these disturbing stimulations. Because you understand, they're not there to, oh, let's see how is he going to react. When I'm already making videos about the fact they do these things to me. So you understand that they literally position the child there so that that when I see her, they can force me to do this stimulation, and they say, "Oh, we're there." These people who are ran by pedophiles. These people say who dared, who ran by pedos. Do you understand how disgusting it is? And now they're adding a layers to this. It's like, oh, but you looked as like whatever. I just reacted immediately. I saw her. I was like, oh my gosh, they gave me the stimulation. You just see a kid and whatever, and they try to make me, oh, but did you see her butt? She's like like it's like a 3 feet thing. But this is the things they try to do, and they try to make you feel guilty for this nastiness, and then add more nastiness to it, to try to create a perception of another level. When in reality, this reaction is what they force you to have. Now they try to make you see, oh, but you just look at your kid, what, like you. And then they try to create, oh, you look up and down. It's like, oh my goodness. Delusional. In my mind, they try to really make me imagine that. Now, I know I'll be in pain, right? They tell me, oh, we're going to do this to your nerves and everything else. They're saying that now to counter the fact that this is obviously some obvious orchestrated things where they wanted me to be stimulated toward a kid. Which brings up the reality that these people are very pedophile-centric. I just remember people that would like bring in their kids so they can be seen, so they can do the pedophile type of torture and call itself, oh, we're savages. They're savages that torture kids as young as this kid. They position to be there. These people, they know their time is coming. Me, I know. Brian Shank, somebody put me in this program, and that's why I'm here. These people are willing to use kids and any other ways to torment people. But they're gonna get theirs. The death comes to all of us. They talk about I'm gonna be screaming. Like I said, I'll scream because I'm tortured. I feel like these people could scream not because of torture. So in the meantime, I just prep myself for the theater. But at the same time, I understand that this is dignity in this death.